The state of Maryland under a state of emergency this afternoon, but it seems crews have been doing a really good job of clearing the roads throughout the morning, as we've seen. Now we're joined now by Governor Wes Moore. Good afternoon, Governor, and thank you for being with us.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So what is your office seeing and hearing about the conditions across the state?
Well, last evening I moved it from a state of preparation to a state of emergency because we saw the type of the type of accumulation that we were going to see, and we're going to see different levels all across the state. We have seen some places in the state that have had 3 inches, some places in the state that have had 19 inches, and so the thing we really were asking people to do was just to continue to make sure your devices were charged, to continue to make sure you're checking on your friends and family, and just stay off the roads and allow the crews to do their job. And our first responders have once again just done a remarkable job. We're thankful to so many Marylanders who have taken heed and stayed off the roads to allow the crews to be able to do their work. And we're seeing how things are getting back to normal pretty quickly. There are certain areas of the state that are having still significant, we've seen significant impact. The Eastern Shore, for example, has been one of the hardest hit areas in the entire state. So we're continuing to put focus, making sure we're addressing things like power outages in certain areas, but we're thankful for the work that's been done thus far.
So do you expect state offices to be open tomorrow?
We do. Right now for our state, we've placed all state employees on liberal leave. And so for all people on liberal leave, the work of the state government is still going to happen. We're just asking people to proceed with caution. That is the position right now. We are hoping, because of the pace of the recovery, that we'll be able to get everyone back as soon as possible. But as of right now, we're just asking everyone to continue working on liberal leave.
There is quite a difference across the state. We were just looking at an image from the beach, and there's snow covering the sand, and then we just saw an image from Annapolis, and it looks like there was nothing there really. Or it got cleared very quickly. So really a big difference across the state.
There really is. And I think one thing that we're seeing here, while we were really proud of the work that the team and the state and the first responders did, even during the storm that happened a few weeks back, one of the big differences of this storm has just been the temperature. Where the last storm, the temperature dropped and it just stayed low. It stayed in the teens for a long period of time. We've seen a difference with this storm where we had significant accumulation in many parts of the state, but the difference between a 35-degree day and a 15-degree day in a case like this is wonders.
Sure makes a difference, right? Anything else you want to share with our viewers before we go?
Well, I always want to ask people to continue taking care of each other, continue looking out for your neighbors. While we're thankful for the response that we've seen thus far, what I'm most grateful for has been the fact that the people of our state have paid attention and really followed the guidance that have been laid out. So I just want to remind people that as of right now, that we are still trying to make sure we're getting everything back to normal as quickly as possible. So just continue taking care of each other.
Governor Wes Moore, thank you so much for taking time to speak with us this afternoon.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.